South Bend, number 2 Notre Dame and Samford are underway to start off this 2026 college season. Again, he's Fran Stevens, I'm Brandon Ross. Thank you for joining us tonight. And as the Bulldogs try to start with possession at least, and now they just barely settle it before Notre Dame takes back over. Fighting Irish coming into this season with high expectations, ranked number 2 in the United Soccer Coaches preseason poll, top-ranked team in the ACC preseason poll, and those expectations come after a heartbreaking early exit in the NCAA tournament last year.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for them, is just how they're going to come out. I mean, obviously these first couple minutes here, just trying to settle the game in. A little helter-skelter to start, but once this game opens up, we'll kind of see what their identity is going to be, what that chip on their shoulder is after that tough loss last year in the NCAA tournament.
There you see Reese Canada, freshman from Fenton, Michigan, one of a couple of college players making their debut tonight. A 4-freshman starting 11 for Nate Norman in his 9th year as head coach, and she's a player in particular that he expects to get a lot of minutes.
Oh, and the biggest thing is this: when you're getting that nod in the first game, that means that they're really high on you. It means you had a really good summer cycle, and then getting to that preseason stuff. So again, it's good to see how she'll be able to adapt and adjust coming from the high school game or even in the club side to the collegiate side.
Canada taps it back. Through the middle from Abby Mills. Canada unloads, and it's tapped over the bar.
Really good save there, but also really good stuff there from Canada. She got a little bit of that angle there and was not afraid to pull.
Peyton Hull, redshirt junior, South Bend native who went to St. Joseph High School, gets some early action.
That's a nice little cut back there, and again, just unloads that, but really good save there from Hull.
Todd Yelton, 25th year as the Samford head coach, has this starting 11 in a 4-3-3.
Well, and the biggest thing for this, as we talked about, the biggest question mark he had, we talked to him yesterday, was the midfield position there. So players with McBride and Lilly in there as well, too. It's going to be really big for them to kind of settle the tone early on in this match.
First corner goes near post, and ricochets out of play. It'll be a goal kick.
Wasn't the best delivery there, but what they did was they were trying to overload that front part of the post there. Maybe say they get a little early flick. Maybe something gets to the back post.
Not just the big shot from Canada, but delivering on that corner as well.
And that's the biggest thing. You want to be very aggressive here in that first 2 or 3 minutes, and they're really coming out in that front foot. We'll see what Samford can do to kind of just settle into this match here.
And this is a Samford team that, again, not from a power conference, but certainly not a squad to be passed aside. They have made 8 NCAA tournaments in the last 25 years, most of those more recently 8 conference tourney titles, and then last year a 17-game unbeaten streak.
Yeah, that was huge for them. And again, as we kind of talked to Coach Yelton yesterday, he's like, we just can't avoid the Florida State Invitational, but here's an early chance here for Samford.
Crossed into the box and chipped aside by Abby Mills. So very quickly after a Notre Dame corner, a Samford corner coming, and this is the 11 that the Fighting Irish are sending out.
Again, very dynamic all across the field for this Notre Dame side. I think the biggest pieces you want to see is what Reese Canada can bring to the table there. Annabelle Chukwu, who was, again, preseason all-ACC player, really had a really spectacular season last year, and again, very dynamic. Again, this lineup here can cause a lot of problems and can also kind of change shape at any time, too.
Caroline Smith puts that right on top of the goal. Smith, senior from Woodstock, Georgia, and all-SoCon first-teamer from a season ago, does not manage to test Sonoma-Cassica.
Well, again, that was a really good corner that was set in. I mean, for a minute there, if it was kind of hit well, we could have seen maybe a possible Olympico with the ball getting to the back post. But Coach Yelton said he wanted to be on his front foot, kind of put this team under pressure, let them have to try to see if they could build through the lines and then get into the transitional game. And here's an opportunity here.
Well, we talked to head coach Todd Yelton yesterday for Samford. He was very clear. This is not a team that's going to sit back. They are going to press. They are going to try to connect those passes, even though that's not the standard play when you're playing against a team that's, a little higher caliber on paper.
25th Stephen is a 7-time SoCon Coach of the Year. I mean, he has a standard, and again, they're starting to kind of close that gap. They've played a really tough schedule in the non-conference for a lot of years, and it's only making this program better and better as the years go on.
There's Jessica Askey.
Good pressure there.
Junior from Johns Creek, Georgia, faces the heat, and Annabelle Chukwu Junior from Ottawa knocks it loose.
Right now, this is all about being patient in the build-up there. What's going to be the right run off the ball, but again, really good pressure there from Samford.
Seeing a lot of fights in this midfield early. A foul will give it to the Fighting Irish.
It's a good way to kind of, again, get your shape back. Again, you know, the biggest part about it is being able to kind of stay connected through your lines. Don't play too deep. Don't play too high.
Another freshman, Charlie Syra from Lexington, Kentucky, puts this ball back into play. A little bit of an errant pass on the way back. Martha Bishop disrupts.
Doesn't have the numbers right now, but doing a really, really good job just kind of staying in that wide area to kind of draw.
Working against the Kentucky transfer, Gabby Pareto. Sends it to the middle. Amy Carmen dispossess. And it's knocked a long ways down the pitch.
This is going to be a foot race right here. Well done.
Alex Parr, another junior from Johns Creek, manages to get it away from Annabelle Chukwu. Yet another one of those hyper-dangerous forwards for Notre Dame, an All-ACC first-teamer a year ago.
Nice little slip ball there.
Carmen leading the charge. Centers up. McBride, a roller, just off.
And again, this team likes to get into transition right away. And, you know, the biggest stat line that stood out to me yesterday talking to Coach Elton was they outshot opponents last year 347 to 227. So that tells you right there, it's not about the product, the byproduct of their possession. It's all about getting into transition, moving the ball, quickly getting players into dangerous spots.
And that's a schedule against a schedule that's, yes, against a SoCon conference that they, you know, tend to dominate pretty well, but they also welcome a lot of really difficult SEC Power 4 non-easy competition.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and again, and he's kind of said again, their SEC record has been really spectacular through the last couple of years. You know, maybe some wins against Auburn, a draw against Alabama, and they've also played some of the, you know, top teams like Notre Dame and Texas and Florida State, things like that. So they're not going to be afraid to back down.
Martha Bishop gets it near the edge of the final third, dispossessed, and Charlie Codd, senior from Waco, Texas, takes back over.
That's a really good ball in. Oh, she's
Chukwu
on too.
Onside and all alone. Defense closes in, and that is clean, and will be a corner for Notre Dame.
That is actually a really good recovery run there. Looks like from Alex Parr. Let's take a look at this again. Really, really nice slip pass here. Looks like Charlie Codd, yep, gets right in behind there. Chukwu's got the angle there, but Parr does a really good job of just being able to get across her body, not to draw the foul there.
Second quarter for the Fighting Irish in just the first 10 minutes. It'll be Reese Canada, the freshman again.
And really front loading in that front post.
Goes short.
And this thing stay in play. You're getting the idea a little bit right now. They want to kind of see if they can get maybe a little bit of a redirect off a deflection. Starting to put numbers right in that front post there, but just that one didn't stay in play. But again, really, really good run. That was a really great ball there from Reese Canada, trying to find Chukwu when they were stretched. And that was the biggest thing Coach Yeldon talked about yesterday, not getting stretched. And he knows today is going to be a little tough to kind of keep shape sometimes when you have so much attacking prowess and numbers getting forward at you.
Nobody home to receive that pass out of goal from Hull, so Notre Dame takes back over. Here's Gracie Mila, another freshman from St. Charles, Missouri. Came in with a lot of hype in her own right. Number 32 overall recruit according to Top Drawer Soccer. Parr knocks that one away.
It was a smart move right there. Just really had no option.
Morgan Roy, another player to watch out for. Racked up a ton of assists, 9, tied for the team high last year.
And very, very dangerous on the flanks there as well, too. Really good at getting the ball and engaging defenders 1v1.
Codd to throw it in this time. Big run up. That one cleared away. Codd back to get it. A little long for Milam.
Oh, just missed a pass there.
Bishop almost with a steal and an open lane. And now Smith knocks that one away.
It just looked like Roy was trying to get a little bit wider. Just that pass was a little too short, but picked up there by Caroline Smith.
In a game that has started quite frenetic, this is a lot of time to be allowing the Irish to occupy that final third. Codd can't quite settle it. Here's Canada. Finds Chukwu. Out wide to Roy. Bends it in. Headed up. On the ground, Lily Joseph, the junior from Hamden, Connecticut, tracks it down.
There's really good patience there from her as well, too. Just play the way you face, don't try to force it.
Wheeled outside. Cross, blocked hard. Mamie Carmen denying entry to Bristol Kirsch.
It's really good 1v1 situations on the flanks on both sides there. Some crunching tackles very early on here. Again, does a really good job of just standing her up, just avoiding that cross coming right across the box here. But again, the more opportunities you keep giving Notre Dame in these situations here on dead ball situations, the more opportunities they're going to be able to try to put one away here.
First two were Reese Canada. This time it's the senior Morgan Roy to take it. Right in front, headed up, and over and wide.
This is actually going to be another corner there. Basically came off a Samford player there in the box. It was actually a really good ball set in there by Roy.
Went short the first couple times, kind of dead center on that one.
But Charlie Codd did a really good job of attacking that right away. She did find an opening there to lose her defender.
Now Reese Canada again. This her third delivery, number 4 for Notre Dame in just these first 12 minutes. Back post, headed away.
That's a good out right there. I think Avery Stevens from Samford cleared that one out.
Bristol Kirsch, freshman from Flowery Branch, Georgia, throws it in.
Good change of point of attack there. Try to get this team a little, get this Samford side a little unbalanced.
Carmen knocks that out again. Long string of possession here for the Fighting Irish. The Bulldogs holding firm so far. Carmen, strong tackle, can't knock it free. Syra changes course.
Doing a really good job of just pressing the ball, forcing everything negative. Now they can kind of step out and get engaged here in their press. Right now, just the volume of the play has to pick up for Notre Dame here, and that's a good way of doing it right there too.
Big open lane down the left flank, centered up. Joseph sends it behind Chukwu. That would have been prime.
Like the idea.
Another entry. Chukwu has it this time. She's onside. Canada has a lane. Just too much.
I like her just being so active in that midfield position. Not afraid to get the ball at her feet and look to put something on the dartboard there.
She has been the source of a lot of offense in just these first few minutes of her college soccer career. Still Samford here.
Biggest thing right here is, again, Notre Dame doing a good job winning that first ball, but can you pick up and win that second ball to get in your transitional play?
Early on, there was a lot of ability for Samford to move the ball upfield, struggling here, and that kind of plays into one of the big questions Todd Yelton had about this squad, the midfield. A lot of returners, 7 returning starters, including the goalkeeper in Peyton Hull, but the entire starting midfield gone to graduation.
And that sometimes could be the toughest piece, because that's the most important part of the field there. But again, right now, you're also not playing with your best target player there in Sam DeLuca at this time frame right now. So again, the biggest piece for them is just get on the ball and be calm, try to find the best options. If you have to go negative or play the way you face, you have to do those things.
DeLuca, the reigning SoCon Player of the Year, had 15 goals to lead the conference a season ago. Battling a little something early on this season. She will play today, according to Coach Yelton, but the minutes will not be as high.
And sometimes those early knocks, kind of got lucky there off the deflection there.
Boy still on it. Knocked back. Preto, sophomore from Florida, settles things. Codd, fending off Carmen, slides it back.
Again, just being patient in build-up. I'm not trying to force anything, just trying to find the right spot.
Becca Koenig disrupts. Canada gets it back. Pokes it through. Chukwu. And a foul taken.
She's just done a really, really good job. That was a great little turn there from her to be able to draw that foul. This could be dangerous here for Samford, giving up a dead ball situation. Take a look at this again. Just a really nice job then. Just that little bit of a feint. Gonna draw there. Yep, came in too late.
Another spectacular early set piece opportunity.
Gotta think either maybe potentially a shot or maybe a service, but we'll see.
Joseph takes it, and Hull covers it.
That's actually a really good hit there from Joseph, and it got right kind of the outside of that wall there. It's gonna take a little bit more from there to beat Hull.
Hull has bested a couple of tests so far early on in this one. Carmen almost able to slink away. Bulldogs do have it though. Still scoreless, more than 15 minutes into this opening half of the 2026 season. Long ball aimed at Bishop. Mills boxes out. But did she stay away from long enough? And the answer is yes.
For a minute there, I was like, oh, I think that was the right call. Again, they're quick with the restarts here with their build-up. They don't waste time trying to get back into the play.
Samford stays pressing. Up the far side, Kirsch. Dices her way out of traffic. Long ball, overshoots Chukwu. Tries chasing it down. Closed out by Jessica Askey. It will be a deep throw in for Notre Dame.
Again, they're doing a really good job again, that early ball, trying to stretch this Samford back four so they can create some more space in between those lines there for their attacking midfielders to kind of get on the ball and kind of keep it in rhythm there. Well defended again.
Ball in, Roy. Beat to it by just a half second. Peyton Hull holding firm in her hometown return.
Again, that was a really good little delayed run there from Morgan Roy. The service was there, just half step too late. Solid opportunity there, half chance for the Irish.
Ball through the middle. Bishop can't settle. McBride puts it in the air. Sarah settles on it. Taken away. Smith with a cross, headed down. And recorralled by the Fighting Irish.
Just looking to kind of force it to his side, but then again, you get that little opportunity, little cheeky ball there, and she gets on the end of that.
Another long ball, just short for Chukwu.
She kind of maybe curled that run in a little bit more. She would have been, probably just would have walked it right in.
A lot of strong play from Askey and Parr fending off those one-on-ones against Chukwu so far.
There's been some really good battles there on the outsides. And again, I think when you know you have a little bit of a speed advantage, sometimes you get to play just a little tad bit deeper, a little bit off of those wing backs.
It's just the second time these two teams have played. First meeting came back in 2024. And if you look at the final scoreline, it'd be a little misleading as a foul here brings up a good opportunity for Samford. 6-0 was that final in 2024, but it was close until late. It was only 1-0 at halftime, and it was 2-0 until around the final 20 minutes.
And I think that's where Coach Yelton said they're starting to kind of close that gap a little bit. They're getting closer and closer in these matches, and right now, early on, they've done really, really well. And but yeah, Mills kind of got caught there with just the hands behind the back. It was kind of hard not to see that situation.
Caroline Smith to take it. Long drive, just wide.
She didn't miss by much there. That was a really good hit there.
Smith, a two-time Bulldogs of sorts, started her college career at Georgia, made her way over to Samford for last season. And Here comes the Fighting Irish up the middle of the field. Canada. Slips it through. Chukwu.
Good turn there.
Sidesteps multiple defenders. Can't connect on that pass out wide.
Goes a little early here, we'll see. Just a little too heavy of a touch there. Carmen.
Carmen has it taken away by Syra. Now Roy. That's Chukwu again. Joseph has space. Joseph unloads. Hole. A little bit of a stumble on that one, but she does corral it.
Well, that was a really good hit from Joseph, and it had a little bit of knuckle on it, so it looked like it kind of jumped at the last second there, but handled very, very well. And just takes her time, just squares her hips right there, and put enough on it just to make sure she could spill it, but was able to suffocate it there at the end of the day.
3 first-half saves now for Peyton Hull. Thus far, none needed from Sonoma Cassica, although the Bulldogs have had some runs. First substitution on deck for Samford here. As the Bulldogs try to make another run up pitch. Long arcer. This one has some room, but a little too far in front of Bishop. Cassica gets there.
It was the right idea, right early ball there. Kept herself onside there. I think Notre Dame faithful were thinking that she was probably offside. Good step there from Parr.
Slows down the Irish. Now Joseph has it again. Another takedown, knocks it away. Here's Pareto. Up for Codd. Taps out wide. Can't find Kirsch. First substitution of the match for either side. Samford sends on the redshirt junior Brynlee Murphy, debuting for her 3rd college squad after starting at South Carolina and a hopscotch at Florida. She makes her Samford Bulldog debut, replacing Ryan Weber.
Really good stuff in there from Weber early on. Just did a really good job of just mitigating some of those little issues in there. Just not allowing Notre Dame to kind of take over the middle of the pitch there, which has been their strong suit the last couple of years.
That one too strong for Roy. We are officially at the midway point of the first half here at Alumni Stadium in South Bend. Number 2 Notre Dame. The ACC preseason favorites still scoreless against the reigning SoCon champions in Samford. Both sides still looking for their first goal of this 2026 campaign. Syra slides it back.
Very good stuff there from Syra, just to kind of stay in play there, just to maintain possession.
Codd heads it forward. Can't find Joseph. Koenig playing keep away. Milam gets back to it. Ball through the middle, cut off. Avery Stevens starts the charge the other direction for Samford. Askey up the flank. Carmen cuts to the middle, misses Murphy, and the Irish have it back.
Right now, I mean, it's been fairly even between the two. A couple half chances for both sides.
And when you have a tight matchup like this, where just like there's a tit for tat,
Oh,
what is usually the decider that leads one team to break through? Is it luck, or is there some kind of strategy that can help you edge out?
Well, I think the biggest piece right now is just, again, the movement up front has been a little stagnant. I think I would hope at some point that will kind of ramp up a little bit, which then kind of creates more chances for Notre Dame. But again, just Samford doing a really good job of being able to step on passes just like that from Parr. And again, kind of disrupting their rhythm a little bit. He said he was going to come out, try to step on their toes very, very early on. He's not going to back down. He's not going to play a low block. He's going to get involved with the game, try to make it a transitional game, and that's where their strong suit comes from. But this was one of the top defending teams in all of America last year, so they're hard to break down.
And the defense is holding firm so far, almost 25 minutes in. Still no score, not even a shot on goal yet for Samford. Kasica comes out to play it.
Oh, this is a risky pass there.
And Murphy takes it away. Askey hangs on against the pressure. Lofts it up. Too far for Bishop.
She had a little bit more time. Instead, she just wanted to play the ball quickly. Just take your space there, try to draw that in, and then get those runners in behind.
Bishop a top target, had 4 goals a season ago. Spartanburg, South Carolina native. Roy
early ball
with another deep ball. Chukwu has the step, but can't get there before it trickles out of play.
But that's what you want. You want those early balls in, again, to kind of stretch that back line, give you a little bit more room for your midfielders to kind of get into those banks where they get on the ball and speed the process up.
Ellie Hodsden and Kate Kemmerly, junior and freshman respectively, poised to make their first appearances. Just waiting for the opportunity to enter as the Irish work the ball up pitch. Kirsch makes a cut. Slings it across. Canada getting a lot of pressure as she's routed off a flurry of shots in the opening minutes of her college career.
Just trying to just bowling up the rhythm right now with being in possession. That's going to be a foul there, absolutely.
Avery Stevens with a hard knockdown on Annabelle Chukwu.
You can kind of see it coming there when you get that vertical ball. And take a look at this again here. Yep, just steps right away. Just kind of clips her right from behind there. Oh, good turn.
Into the box, Joseph hangs on off a ricochet. And too high, but it will be a corner.
It looked like kind of caught a quick deflection there, but that was a really, really great turn there from Joseph. Candace done a really good job of just a nice little slip pass there. She gets the shooting lane. Yeah, came right off of number 12, Langston Lilly.
And before this corner kick, a cavalry change, more than a small substitution. 5 players on and off. See chasing one of them coming on beyond the first 2 we mentioned. Canada takes this one. In front, headed. And it goes wide off of Kate Kemmerly.
And this is kind of the biggest thing at this time of year. You're just trying to find the kinks in your lineup to see what's going to be the best fit for you going forward. And again, you just want to be able to see some of these players in a real game situation. This is a lot different than an exhibition. This is actually a real game situation here.
In total, it's Chase Ying, Kate Kemmerly, Ellie Hodsden, Marley Adams, and Claire Logan in for Gabby Pareto, Charlie Codd, Charlie Syra, Bristol Kirsch, and Lily Joseph. Hodsden into the middle for Chukwu. Takes a bump from the back, no call.
Yeah, I didn't think there was much there, but she did a really good job. She was trying to split those 2 defenders.
Brindley Murphy with the closeout. Couldn't quite turn it into offense on the other end.
This is a really good job of that first one. Yeah, it wasn't really nothing much in it there anyway. It's definitely a good call from the official. But again, they're starting to get more active, and when she gets on the ball, I mean, she's so good 1v1. She's already drawn a couple fouls early on in this match.
Chukwu, 12 goals a season ago, on top of another 3 assists. An opportunity for Samford. Shot from inside the 18. And Becca Koenig gets it on goal, first of the day for the Bulldogs. But Kasica makes the stop.
Well, again, another unforced error here from Notre Dame. Just rolling that ball in the middle of the park there and gets picked up immediately.
Koenig making more work
Yeah, this is
As we
one
take
right
a
here.
look at this one.
Again, just unforced error. She saw what she did as soon as she did it again, but that's the part you got to be careful with because they're playing high up the field right now. They're not going to be afraid to kind of back off and give you any time and space to play.
When we talked to Coach Yelton yesterday, he talked about his philosophy, the high pressure, the not backing down. But beyond that, he also noted this is Notre Dame. There's no weakness to exploit. There's no player to pick on. You just got to hope the game breaks and do everything right. So far, a lot going well as Bishop crosses this one in, but nobody's home.
Well, the one part is one sideline likes this scoreline. The other side is like, okay, we got to figure some things out. We're getting some opportunities. Can we put these away? But the most important thing is some of the unforced errors as well, too. Can we clean those up?
Chukwu to the outside, too far in front of Roy. There's another sub coming on for Samford.
It's kind of too flat of a pass there, which, you know, it makes it harder where the runner has to try to, you know, they're asking where you want the ball and just kind of play it in behind.
Brooklyn Miller on for Mamie Carmen. These last 14 minutes and change.
Ooh, yeah,
A lot of contact there. On paper, Fighting Irish are producing more offense, but we are seeing both teams get their chances.
absolutely. I think a lot of this is just kind of you're getting chances off of mistakes. Like this is a mistake right here. So again, just another giveaway right there. Just still very, very early in the year when you get into these games, you know, especially when you're playing against such a well-respected brand that Notre Dame is. You know, there's going to be a little bit of those, you know, nervous energy, that high anxiety moment there. Just kind of settle in. I'll tell you, one player has settled in right now has been Reese Canada. She's done a spectacular job in her first collegiate start. Been very active in trying to find the game.
The rookie certainly looking at Cavett as Martha Bishop has an opportunity, unloads, blocked.
It's a really good block there.
Canada launches it. Space for Hodgson, but holds there first.
It's a good job there from Hull, just to kind of just clip that, keep it in play.
Ying, senior from Los Angeles, centers up. Canada out wide. Roy.
Great tackle there. Ooh, and that's Roy on the far side there.
Play continues.
Looks like she kind of got caught right there on the side of her leg there, and there's going to be a stoppage here. That was a crunching tackle. Let's take a look at this again. Yeah, this looks kind of like maybe just kind of caught right down by her ankle there.
Roy obviously struggling. It would be a difficult loss if this would impact her ability to come back. Again, 9 assists a year ago, one of the team's top distributors out on the flank.
And I would say probably one of the more dangerous ones in the ACC as well, too. Great pace. She's also really kind of just a box-to-box wingback. She does a really good job defensively as well, too, in 1v1 situations, being able to get back and support, you know, your back free when it needs to turn into 4, especially on that weak side, making sure you're keeping coverage there, not letting people slip in behind you. So she's getting up here and hoping she can walk this one off. She's in some good pain there, but it's a good sign when you start to kind of see them getting up and starting to move around. And again, first game of the year and something like that happens, that just kind of sets that anxiety in you there. But it was like she's going to walk this one off. But again, that was a crunching tackle from Jessica Askey. I mean, again, these tackles have been flying in this game, especially for Samford. Like, you know, they're playing on their front foot a little bit. You know, they're not intimidated.
Her and Alex Parr have been really closing down opportunities on the back line.
Absolutely. So it'll be a drop ball back to the goalkeeper, obviously with Notre Dame being in possession.
As Roy steps off, Randy Four, the junior from Fenton, Michigan, will come in to take her place with just over 12 minutes remaining. And where have we seen this before? Tight approaching halftime between Notre Dame and Samford.
And just Samford doing a really good job of just maintaining shape, knowing when to pick and press. Good stuff there from Canada.
Chukwu to the middle. Hodgson held up. Canada closes in and taken out.
Well done. Well done there from Canada.
Brandley Murphy, the one to make the hard tackle.
But you got to be careful with these fouls, especially that deep in your defending third. You don't want to keep giving dead ball situations. Obviously, Joseph already testing Hull's hands. It looks like Chukwu's going to do the same exact thing here. Obviously, we see the fouls right now, 6-1, but sometimes you kind of want that, kind of slows the game down a little bit, gives your team a little bit of time to breathe.
Annabelle Chukwu passes it off. Canada chips it. Ying can't quite chase it down. Strong defense.
Well defended there. Oh, gee, no, there was no one in red was there.
Before the kick, Becca Allen, redshirt freshman transfer from Ole Miss, entered the match for Samford, replacing Annie McBride. As a foul will keep it with the Bulldogs.
He was going to let that play kind of go there. I mean, that was just a little quick grab there from 4. Smart foul, because 1, it's 95 yards away from your goal. You don't have to really worry about much. And this is where it's been a challenge a little bit here for Samford, especially when you kind of get deep in your front third. Can you, if you're not going to win the first ball, can you pick up and win the second one?
Adams sends it ahead. Knocked back. Now Kemmerly controls. Into the final 10 minutes of this opening half of play. Notre Dame out shooting Samford, but both sides still scoreless. Logan to Ying.
It was okay from Logan to do that, just to kind of, again, maybe draw that defender. It gives you a little bit more room.
Canada draws yet another foul. Langston Lilly and Becca Allen both in the area guarding. Canada.
Foul count just keeps growing as the minutes go, right? But again, sometimes that could be a little bit built into your game plan. Again, just being able to slow the game down a little bit, catch your breath, reassess.
Toward the back posts and too far for Marley Adams. Well, here's the first sign of one of the 2 star number 3s we've been watching for. Sam DeLuca in for Samford for these final minutes of the first half.
Number 3, Sam DeLuca for number 17.
SoCon player of the year, a spectacular year last year as a junior, 15 goals on her junior campaign. Looking to continue to add on to that great season in 2026.
Replaces Martha Bishop for these final minutes. Still no minutes on the Notre Dame side for Izzy Engel.
Full hands extended right there from Logan, but nothing called. But
Arker, well short for Chukwu. Langston Lilly, outlets. Askey.
Really good ball in there, just able for anybody in red to get on the end of it.
Pressure stays high for the Bulldogs. Canada, who has been on this entire first half so far. Stevens, right to Logan. Another pass, just can't connect. Hodgson not there on the other end. Koenig chasing.
Smart right there.
Logan gets it away to Ying. Another ball through the middle. Austin sends it back. Chip for Chukwu. And Parr swipes it aside. 2 more substitutions for Notre Dame. Paige Buckner and Riley DiMartino come on for Reese Canada and Annabelle Chukwu.
Canada had a really, really good 30-plus minutes there in her college debut. Really, really active in the middle of the park there. Just really wants to, you know, she wants to come to the game. The game's not coming to her. She's coming to the game and being dangerous. And a couple of really dangerous opportunities as well, too. It looks like number 13, Becky Koenig, right now is being... Didn't really see it. It looked like it was actually really off camera.
Yeah, Koenig struggling a little bit. She'll come off, and Haven Laurendine will come in. Freshman from Oak Ridge, Tennessee, making her college debut.
Samford substitution. Number 16, Haven Laurendine. Enters number 13,
6.5 to go. Into the box. Headed out. Adams has some space. Taps it ahead. Knocked back. And Samford gets on top of it and clears. Risky situation for the Bulldogs defense, but again, they hold firm and continue to deny Notre Dame its first goal.
It's been about their defense. It's been really, really good group effort as well, too, on all lines.
It's really just been hard object running up against hard object. One of the most potent offenses against one of the most potent defenses.
Sets up, actually did it's really good stuff there from DeLuca to split the center backs completely. So now you're trying to force the ball vertically up the field. This could be a little dangerous here on the flanks. Oh,
Miss pass. Could have been more risky if it was just a couple feet over to the left. But Ying's still on it for Notre Dame. Press stays up for Samford as well. Mills through to Ying.
they can turn out there and change the point of attack.
Double team comes on the far side, pokes it loose. Possession will stay with the Irish.
It's really good double down there on the touch.
Bouncing ball. Can't get to Buckner. Settles in the center circle. DiMartino. Junior from Potomac, Michigan. Maryland, excuse me. A lot more Michigan than Maryland on these.
That'd be Pontiac, Michigan. Oh, good turn.
Here's some space. Hodgson rolls it, back post. Adams just can't get there.
Well, that was a really, really positive build-up here from Notre Dame. That was a really great turn there. Hodgson just gets right off that back shoulder. And the delayed run on the backside, just a little bit too much there for Marley Adams. Again, a really positive build-up there. Probably one of their first ones they've had here in the last 15 to 20 minutes. So, again, they're starting to knock on the door here. That's going to be a foul there.
Ball will continue going in that leftward direction. Caroline Smith to start this off with 3 minutes left in this opening half. To the top of the box.
Just a really good ball in, but well defended there.
Couldn't find Lauren Dean. Backline holds firm for the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, that's gonna be a yellow too.
Becca Allen takes the tumble.
It was a really, really good turn there. Buckner just, it's not a good turnover there. Yep, just as soon as she turned it over, grabbed her, and a little bit of a, took her feet with her as well too after that. And that's one of those frustration fouls there. Again, just from a missed touch.
And that gives Samford yet another opportunity. Smith positioned again, along with Abby Wooten. Smith delivers, headed down, falls to Becca Allen, but got well underneath that shot.
Audacious right there, right? I mean, I give her credit there for taking the opportunity there. Those are one of those balls, if you're an attacking player, like you're just like, oh, here it is, right? And just mishit it.
Again, it is Notre Dame ball, but they have to play out of a pretty dangerous position here in the corner.
Got out pretty well there, well done.
With a lot of running room on the near side too for Adams. Can they get it to her?
Good feet, well done there from Chase. Play on.
Shaking off everybody on her way to midfield. Buckner taps off. DiMartino back to the middle. Buckner batted away.
Really good stuff there from Buckner then. But look at Ying right here. 1, 2, 3. That's fantastic stuff there. And then really good opportunity here. Buckner gets right on the end of it there. Good save from Hull just to come off that line a little bit late there. That was dropping right in front of her. Could have been the opening goal there, but again, Peyton Hull does a really, really good job of just being big off her line, taking away that near post.
4 first-half saves so far for the South Bend native. And now a corner coming for Notre Dame with just over a minute to go.
There's a stoppage here. No, no stoppage there. It's just actually just giving a warning too. A little bit of some pushing and shoving there on the line, obviously.
Referee Chris Heinzman having a quick conversation with Abby Mills, who has logged all the minutes so far in this first half. Ying takes it from the corner. Tapped up by DiMartino. Closed out as Brooklyn Miller bombs it away.
That's a great out.
Logan starts the movement up. Buckner finds Hodgson. Hodgson torn down, no call.
I don't know about that. That's interesting.
The Irish faithful definitely wanted a call there. It does not come.
Coach Norman wants it more than anybody else. I thought for sure that was a foul.
That whistle will keep it with the Irish. Less than 20 seconds to go.
Take a look at this again. It's a really good, again, another really good turn there from Hawson. She's establishing position there, but then gets that little bit of a nudge right behind there from Stevens.
And into the final 10 seconds, Hodgson can't make anything of that run. So we head to halftime scoreless.
This is interesting. This has been an interesting first 45 minutes. Obviously, this is neither team's game right now because, again, no one has scored a goal yet.
We are underway for the second half, and who will it be to score that goal? Will there be a goal? We got 45 minutes to find
I think we're
that
going to
out.
see it. We're going to see a goal here. The biggest question is, we're going to see Izzy Eagle today, Engel, you know, and that's the biggest piece. I know she had a little bit of a knock going through preseason camp and things like that, so probably just a good idea to kind of rest her. Obviously, we won't see Morgan Roy, and wishing her all the best for a speedy recovery to get her ready to go through this gauntlet of a schedule here.
And again, both the team's top players, both Engel and Sam DeLuca, each of their number 3s, both coming in with those knocks that they're trying to settle up, see how they're feeling. DeLuca we've at least seen for a few minutes, and you know, if you're Nate Norman, you probably don't want to put her in if it's tenuous, if you don't have to.
Yeah, exactly. Because again, you still have some firepower as well too there. Yeah, that's going to be a little quick foul there.
Just Askey a little slow to get up after that one.
There is a shot of Izzy Engel right there, the ACC Offensive Player of the Year, All-American, finalist for the Mac Herman Trophy, one of the most prized trophies in all of college soccer. Oh, and that's going to be a stoppage of play there. Look, some heads connected there.
Yeah, Annie McBride at the top of the box there.
Yeah, ooh, yeah, it looks like just right there, kind of side to side there. Didn't look like McBride took much of the brunt force, but this is the part right now of the game where you have to be a little careful there, especially in those situations with the head-to-head contact.
And that's Abby Mills, slow to get up, a third-year starter. Named to the preseason All-ACC team, and she's one of only a couple of players who played all 45 minutes of that first half.
Just good back up her feet there. Yeah, that's sometimes really tough in those challenges. 50-50 balls in the air. You know, sometimes if you're not looking, you might think you got the ball, but you got the other person's head. So to see her back up and moving, spectacular year for her last year. Was a very, very big proponent for defensively for Notre Dame. Also scored 2 goals on the season as well.
Gabby Pareto comes in her place.
Now there is in the second half, for the viewers at home, you were allowed 1 re-entry in the second half. Usually when you go off in the first half, you were completely done, but 1 re-entry back in the second half. So again, you'll be able to kind of move some things around a little bit, some tactical adjustments in certain situations of the game. But really, this game has not opened up.
Case in point, most of the starting 11 for both of these teams are back on the pitch after a lot of substitutions in the back end of that first half.
And it's just a good opportunity for some, again, these young players to be putting themselves in some adverse situations. How do you play out of those? That's a really good turn there.
Langston Lilly fires it down the flank. Martha Bishop tries tracking it down. And Gracie Milam manages to keep it away, albeit not for long. Brooke Miller's on it. Codd chases her to the corner, and it stays with the Bulldogs.
Right now, this Samford side is really coming out in that front foot, kind of keeping the game here in that defensive third for Notre Dame.
Martha Bishop had 1 shot in that first half, did not put it on goal. That one's into the 6. It's loose in front of Kasica, but the back line does close in and sweep it away.
And those are just some of those little small things, attention to detail, that can get your team all the type of motivation they need. That was a really good out there, because you know, usually when you see a ball like that in a 6-yard box, you're probably hoping that maybe no one in red is going to be around there. That was a really good out. Some frustration there on the other far side there, but again, let's take a look at this throw. Really good flick header there. Sometimes a little danger if you clear it right there, but Canada was right all over it. No one in red in that area.
Amy Carmen was close though. Samford still keeping a couple bodies forward. Martha Bishop aggressive on the press. Askey stops that advance, falls to Codd. Out wide to Bristol Kirsch, who made some good movements up the flank early on in that first half. Now Avery Stevens with the swipe. Miller bombs it ahead, and Bishop is offside.
And maybe our first offside of the evening there. Just again, try to get that early ball in to kind of stretch this Notre Dame back 3. Looks like Abby Mills will be re-entering the match here.
But for now, Pareto will restart things. Syra to the far side. Logan arcs it ahead. Joseph can't control it.
That's a really good play there. Well done from Adams. And one of those other freshmen that are definitely in the mix for being in the rotation here as they get deeper into the season.
Mills back in for Pareto, who replaced her momentarily. And Annie McBride back on for Brinley Murphy. Fighting Irish on the edge of the final third. Canada heads down. Chukwu fights off par. Cross into the box, can't reach Cod. Chukwu stays with it. Chukwu through traffic, rolls it, and Hull with the diving stop.
She did a really good job of just trying to hold off Alex Parr there. Just did not have enough power on that shot. Again, we take a look at this. We've done a really good job of playing off that second ball. Just did not have enough. She was actually going down while she was hitting the ball there. She's going to get one here eventually tonight. She's been very, very active, even when before she was subbed off. It's just maybe been that pass has been maybe 5 yards too long or 5 yards too short. Again, that's the stuff, a lot of the stuff in the early part of the year. Such a hard turnaround nowadays with the amount of time you get with these kids. You maybe get about 2.5, obviously in the summertime, but a couple weeks before the season starts. So again, eventually, the more and more in training, the more they're playing with each other, the better it's going to be.
You can see Todd Yelton not pleased with that foul call. Chukwu, again, very involved in this offense, second-team All-American a season ago. And you mentioned a lot of the difficulty of ironing out these kinks. It's August 12th today. The freshmen on this team haven't even had orientation yet, let alone started classes.
Yeah, haven't started a class yet here. So it's always a tough adjustment, especially for the high school players, and this could be dangerous here.
Chukwu onside to her left foot against two, chips it. And Hull answers the call, makes another stop, her 6th save of the evening.
That was a great feint by Chukwu, just again to create that space. The Hull stands up big once again. It's a good job of slipping in right behind here. Good little feint there, 1v1. Great save there from Hull.
And the difficulty you add in there too, effectively, while they're defending, they're screening their own goalie essentially.
Absolutely. That's really good stuff right there. And again, yeah, you said you were right, just kind of really just screening her there, but just able to know that she was going to probably try to sneak her there to that back post.
Strong performance thus far in net has kept this game scoreless. Again, the 6 shots on goal now for Notre Dame, just 1 for Samford.
She's got a lot of support here, obviously being a hometown girl here in South Bend.
Coach Yelton noted how special that can be. It's not often, he said, for a lot of his players to be able to get a homecoming like this.
It's very, very difficult nowadays, especially in the world of college athletics, with conference realignments and things like that. But, this worked out this year for them, and it's got to be very, very special for her to be able to come back here and not only play at one of the best stadiums in America, but to play in front of her family and high school friends as well, too. Actually, one of our crew members went to high school with her as well, too, so that's even better.
Codd taps it back as the Irish will start from the back.
Again, they're just trying to be really patient in the build-up here to see if they can kind of get them unbalanced. It's been really, really hard to kind of just get them to maybe that one player is just off sync, and then now you can kind of really attack that space.
One thing that we've talked about is that Todd Yelton was concerned about Samford's midfield. How would you be grading them so far?
To be fair, I think they've done a really good job with their organization. They really haven't gotten to play through the spine there. So again, I would probably give them a low B right now. They're doing a really, really good job. Again, the more they play together, the more they stay connected, I think the better it's going to be as the season goes on. But they're really holding their own today.
This could be interesting. Carmen with the swipe. Joseph on her tail. Joseph, the takeaway.
That was really good stuff there from Joseph.
Slides it to Cod.
Actually pulled one of her braids there, actually.
Joseph persists. Chukwu. Back to Cod. Looks across. Instead taps back to Gracie Milam.
Just keep the ball, be simple there.
Notre Dame looking for its lane. Joseph dances away from McBride. Out to Milam.
They're starting to press a lot of numbers forward here. This is where they were dangerous at early in that first half.
Kirsch slowed down as Askey jars it loose. Kirsch slips past into the box. From the end line, can't get that cross away, and it's a goal kick.
That was really good stuff by Askey, just again to be able to use that touch line right there as second defender to force it out. But again, Kirsch does a really good job here. Beats the first one, gets past the second one, just a little bit of a heavy touch at the end, just couldn't settle that in. Really good 1v1 skill there from the freshman.
And again, if there was any group on this team that Todd Yelton was sure of, it was his back line. Two All-SoCon players returning to that back line among his many returning starters this year.
Experience when you have that back, that's sometimes really important too, when you have a veteran goalkeeper, but you also have some veterans in the back as well too, especially a lot of these players who have seen the NCAA tournament in their careers.
See those three named to the preseason All-SoCon squad. Arthur Bishop with the throw.
It's a good first win there, and an even better second win.
Canada takes a tumble after knocking it down in open space. Chukwu starts the move up the far side. Adams pressed, taps it back. Canada is back to her feet. Substitution to note, Becca Allen, redshirt freshman who transferred from Ole Miss, is back in, replacing Mamie Carmen. Joseph.
Kirsch has got to be able to just elevate herself a little bit higher at another level.
Carmen, or check that, Canada almost got it through the middle to Chukwu, but disrupted by Parr.
She's been the great disruptor today.
Up the far flank now. Adams.
Good fight there.
Cod finds Joseph. She's onside. Slips it past Parr on the cross. Out to the top of the box, and a big bomb away from Weber. Canada was perusing in that area, waiting for the opportunity to strike.
As we take a look again at this, another have chance here. That's a really good peel off right there from Chukwu, but again, Parr just doing a really good job of being able to read the pass. She looked like she was kind of curling that run there, but just kind of stayed and just interrupted that passing lane with that little quick intercept.
Parr has very much been a door shutter tonight on defense.
Long and athletic, great ball winner, really times her tackles really well. She's had some really good tackles. I mean, this game, there were some tackles flying in that first half, and no nastiness to them at all. Just again, just really just hard play. That's what you like to see this early in the year.
Now Samford inching its way into the final third. The deep throw in on cue. Bishop. Headed up by Logan. And a corner kick coming for the Bulldogs.
Again, early on in this first half, it's been kind of back and forth, but it's been a little bit of Samford just kind of just pushing back the Irish, making them play on their heels a little bit as they kind of get in their front foot. Can the Irish be able to break out of that and be able to get into their rhythm of what they do?
Smith on just the second of the night for Samford. To the top of the 6th. In the air. And Kasica tracks it down. Quick wheel out. As Joseph.
Got a whole runners here. She's got some runners on that backside.
Speeds past Stevens. Joseph hangs on.
It's going to be a goal kick. That's what I thought there for a minute. I didn't know if it deflected off Parr at the last second. I do like that aggressiveness there from Joseph, just trying to push that.
Ellie Hodson enters back into the match for Notre Dame, replacing Claire Logan.
Some really solid minutes that she had in that first half, just being dangerous off the turn.
Could this spark some energy? A couple of good chances there, but nothing materializes. The Irish restart from goal. Less than half an hour remains in this opening night match between number 2 Notre Dame and Samford. Still no score. Could that change here? Mills up in the corner. Pressed by Stevens.
This is good stuff there. That's the transition stuff we like to see here from Notre Dame. Or excuse me, just that build-up. Can they get forward quickly, get into that front third and make things happen?
Marley Adams, the freshman from just outside San Diego.
Been really, really impressed with their freshmen this evening as well, too. Playing with a lot of poise, a lot of confidence. That deflected off of Hodgson.
Yet another sub for Samford. As Brindley Murphy comes back in, giving Martha Bishop a break.
Samford substitution. Entering number 10, Brindley Murphy.
We're starting to go a little bit more direct here, Samford. Trying to get the ball quickly into that front third of the field. Oh, she lost her footing there.
Bit strong for Annie McBride. When we talked to Todd Yelton, the Samford head coach, he said his goal was to connect his passes through the middle. Perhaps a change of strategy as that struggled a bit.
I think they see some matchups that they like, especially kind of in those wide areas as well too. Now, if we can stretch the game a little bit, now can we take away a little bit of them being a little bit more box to box, back to play a little bit deeper.
Samford has played the Giants well, but this would be their first ranked win in over a decade and would be their first ever against a top 10 opponent, let alone top 5 or top 3.
They've played with some confidence today. It is shown in so many different ways with some of the opportunities they've created. Potentially been handling there, but referee waved that off.
Syra sprays it out wide. Kirsch. To the far side now. Long ball over Hodgson. Gobbled up by the Bulldog back line.
Right now just kind of, again, just really just denying any big ball over the top. Keeping everything in front of them. That's kind of the main goal for them tonight.
Going through the middle again. Can't find Hodgson.
That's a good peel off there.
Canada
what a ball.
Finds Chukwu. Chukwu gets blocked up into the building.
What a recovery there. And again, this is Canada's really, again, just trying to beat you off the dribble there. Really good ball. But how about this last-minute ditch effort defensively there from Jessica Askey, who has been a handful for these Notre Dame attackers in the wide areas there.
Corner kick number 7 for Notre Dame. Reese Canada, the freshman, again will take it. Up top this time. Codd heads it. Off target. So we approach the midway point of this first half of play, and Samford makes yet another sub as Sam DeLuca comes back in for Andy McBride. You wonder if you're Notre Dame, where have we seen this before?
You almost kind of think of it as deja vu a little bit. You know, probably the last game that was played here just a year and some change ago. But that's, again, it's still the first game here. You're not going to be weighed and measured on it too much. I mean, obviously with the number that's in front of it, who cares about the number in front of it now? You worry about the number in front of it when at the end of the year, especially if you're hoisting that national championship trophy.
Of course, it's not a repeat, but it rhymes.
It does. It does.
34-6 is a much bigger magnitude than what we've seen tonight, but the pattern still is present.
Well, and the really biggest thing that Samford has done is they made them one-dimensional. They have to get forward, and they're not using possession, trying to play through the lines. They're trying to get in behind quickly, play off that second or third ball. Again, it's really, really hard to break a team down that really just their identity is to be very, very organized, compacted, makes it real difficult to kind of play through.
The Irish nearly impenetrable at home. Canada blocked. Pivots back. Joseph rewinds to Syra. And Mills carries out to the flank. Adams hangs on to possession. Two substitutions on for Notre Dame. Riley DiMartino and Kate Kemmerly.
Looks like Adams and Canada are going to be exiting out. Again, both those young ladies have really put in some quality minutes here for the Fighting Irish. Sure, we will see them back here shortly. Could be a little bit of a tactical change here from Coach Norman.
From the looks of it, Izzy Engel not primed to enter anytime soon.
And probably right choice as well too. That type of match for a register. Again, it's about longevity of the season. Oh, what a ball!
Off the foot of Kirsch. Just quite a bit under.
But that was the right ball there. It's the right ball, kind of a little quick change of point of attack, and she was there unmarked on top of the box. Just couldn't get over it. Really good ball in from Codd there. She does a really good job taking that off the air one time. Just couldn't keep it down.
Battles.
Really good stuff here.
Kemmerly has some space. Locates Chukwu. One-on-one with Askey. She turns, she fires, and Hull with another diving save.
And she spilled it right in. That was a really good hit there. Just couldn't hang on to it, but man, she has been on her head this evening. And Chukwu just doing a really good job, 1v1. Getting a little stop-start. Just couldn't hang on to it there.
Peyton Hull's save number 7 begets Notre Dame corner kick number 8 as she denies Chukwu yet again. Kick in from Syra. Back post, and Murphy gets it away quickly.
It's a really good out there. Now can they reorganize here? Maybe a little bit of a foul there.
Peyton Hull having quite the homecoming.
And sometimes it gives you that energy coming back home. It's been incredible in there.
She has kept Samford in this game, still scoreless, past the halfway point of half number 2.
Just organized, they're very compacted. No easy penetration in the box, either off a pass or the dribble. We'll see what Kirsch does here.
Kirsch gets some space, centers. Joseph unloads, can't get it through. Hodgson back to get it. Clamoring for space.
Just trying to get that turn. That's going to be another corner there.
Avery Stevens pokes it loose.
They're creating those dead ball situations now. Eventually, at some point, can we capitalize on one of these situations if you're Coach Norman in his mind right now?
It's not like Notre Dame has not had chances.
Definitely have, that's for sure. Biggest thing is now can we kindly cash one in here? Some good deliveries. We'll see if they can get one here.
Back post, Murphy heads it out yet again.
I think Coach Norman may potentially look to challenge this, but who knows?
It falls, Cowerly blocked and sent away yet again.
Yep, and there's going to be, I think he's going to challenge this, yeah. That's what I figured he was going to. See if there's a potential penalty here.
Nate Norman, Notre Dame head coach, will challenge to see if he could get a call for a push.
Yeah, that is a push right there. She extended both her hands there. Let's take a look at this again here. This is, yeah, you see the hands come up right there kind of late.
Is it as clear from that angle?
Yeah.
Again, it certainly looked like it from the first instance, but less clear further on. There are some new video review rules in 2026. Each coach gets 2 challenges per match, and all reviews except timing and the ball crossing the end line will require the use of a challenge to go to video review, and the referees do have the power, but only in the last 10 minutes.
That's usually what probably be referees' discretion if there needs something to be reviewed at that point. You see that kind of frequently, especially in college football. In the last 2 or 3 minutes, you can't really challenge anything unless the referee looks at it. But again, I thought it was a little bit excessive with the extra one. I think the one would be good, you know, but I think that was a perfect time to review that, especially in that situation there.
This would be a pivotal call if they do end up granting that push. Here's another slower look.
Yeah, just like she just nudged her just a little bit, but that's enough to, you know, to earn you a penalty from the spot. I said this during the World Cup is like usually the longer the referee takes, probably what you know it's going to be. We're going to go right to the spot. It's the right call.
You got the officiating crew back there. Head referee Chris Heintzman. ARs are Jason Cross and Tunde Ashola. This huddle certainly taking some time. Again, this would be pivotal. You get a penalty kick opportunity if the challenge is successful. If not, we keep going back to this style of play.
We'll see what the referee has to say now.
You can infer a little bit from the reaction.
So there'll be no foul on that. That's interesting right there. You can kind of tell from Coach Norman's face that he definitely disagreed. Let's take a look at it again.
I mean, you think the referee's determination was like, yeah, it could have been a push, but we can't tell for sure.
I mean, from his own discretion. But, you know, again, when you see that arm extended, especially in the box there, there's another one again right there from Samford.
Certainly no lack of aggression in these late minutes. Can Annabelle Chukwu avenge that? Quickly cleared away. If you ever want to prove ball don't lie, scoring right here would be a way to show it.
It definitely would be. For me, that definitely was a penalty for me.
Kirsch crosses it in. Joseph almost corrals it. And another clearance from the Irish.
Starting to get some momentum here a little bit, but again, it's just been so hard to kind of just get anything behind Samford.
A lot of passes aimed at Chukwu that she can get a foot on, she can get a head on, start to settle it, but then they know that she's a target.
Numbers are committing now, you know what I mean? That's the biggest thing when you start to see more numbers kind of dropping in, and they're starting to pinch. It makes it really, really hard.
Milam, the big bomb upfield.
Ooh, that's a foul. Yeah, that's definitely a foul there.
Langston Lilly, the guilty party. One of the big players to watch on that midfield. Club teammate of Annie McBride, other midfielder.
Yeah, those two have done a really nice job in there. Again, doing a good job of communicating. One presses, one covers.
Into the box. DiMartino hops it up. Not easy work for Holt.
Just kind of trying to eat up a little bit of time here.
4 subs on deck to come in for Samford. Both sides still itching for that first tally.
Ooh,
Into space. Becca Allen puts it ahead. DeLuca can't roll it home.
And that's the one player right there you do not want to get loose there, because she'll punish you anytime she's around that goal area. Nice little half chance for her. Just too vertical right there.
You have to think they've got her number, they being the Notre Dame defense, because for as big a target as she is, her name has not been called much tonight.
Yeah.
Granted, limited minutes.
Yeah, but again, you know, she's making more of all that as well too. I mean, that was Becca Allen doing a nice job of all of just being able to, you know, get her hips around, that ball get to her back foot, and she turns, just rolls her in. She's going to attract a lot of attention, that's for sure. This is where you have to just engage a little bit quicker. There's good stuff there.
Kirsch slides it back through the middle. Codd turned away. Joseph still on it. Joseph did not get clipped, so goal kept coming.
So again, that's a really good flick header right there. And again, Allen just getting right in that area, just nice little outside the sole of her foot there, just to try to get DeLuca in. Not much of an angle there, but a really good run off the ball there, just to kind of curl and get her body square. Just didn't have enough on it.
Number 17, Martha Bishop, enters for number 3, Sam DeLuca. Number 11,
A number of substitutions here.
Yeah.
Bradley Murphy.
It's still early in the season right now, and again, the last thing you want to do is risk it all with potentially your top goal scorer.
Back to midfield, Milam. Works it back to Kirsch. She has been the vehicle for a lot of advances up this left flank so far tonight.
Been really good too, especially 1v1. There's an opportunity here.
Kirsch hesitates. Kirsch blocked on that one. Another push from Syra. Hodgson trying to shed her restraints. Puts that one out of play.
Just doing a really good job there in a little bit of a battle just to get something half chance off.
Recapping those substitutions from a moment ago. Brooklyn Miller, Mamie Carmen, Martha Bishop, and Annie McBride in for Alyssa Tudis, Becca Allen, Sam DeLuca, and Bradley Murphy.
Right now, obviously, just trying to rest those legs for a minute there to get them back out here for the last 15.
For both these teams, it's crunch time. Obviously, no conference standing points on the line, but this, for both teams, is a momentum builder.
Oh, it definitely is. And right now, it's kind of all pressures on, you know, Notre Dame right now. You know, again, they're getting some chances here, but you got to be able to try to put those away. Obviously, without your best goal scorer. Oh, that's interesting there.
The no call comes. Alex Parr.
He just got a little tangled up there. I don't think there was any maliciousness to it.
You saw on screen the moment ago the history of Samford against top 10 teams. Even a draw would mark the best outcome in program history at a top 10 matchup. A draw, they get to win one against a top 10 team. Still time for that to happen. Also still time for Notre Dame to put those dreams to bed.
I think they're trying to do all they can right now in that situation.
Camerly can't hang on. Lilly launches it upfield.
It was right there too.
Bishop trying to chase down Milam. Can't do it.
That's really good stuff there.
Kirsch gets a step on Miller. Miller closes it out. Hodgson centers. Camerly to Chukwu. To a right foot.
Good ball.
Cross in. Headed down but not out. Chukwu.
Just couldn't keep it down there. That was a really, really good ball there to the opposite flank. Gets the right angle on it. Really good stuff there. DiMartino just unable to keep that ball down.
So close, yet no dice up to this point.
All it takes is just a little moment of brilliance here.
Kirsch with good space. A rocket that's just offline.
She's been dangerous this whole entire half, and I can see why she hasn't left the pitch yet. She's putting herself in really, really good positions here. Let's take a look at this one again. Chukwu again attracting the defender there last minute. Try to sneak hole there to the near post. A little wide there, but again, just another positive build up there.
Samford substitution.
Knocking on the door.
Number 10, Brindley Murphy, enters number 12, Langston Lilly.
The shot differential is starting to grow, but the scoreline has not changed. Martha Bishop.
Oh, just yeah, there was no one there. She just got rid of it there because of the pressure that she felt in behind her there.
Brindley Murphy has come in for Langston Lilly.
Can see that switch there.
And going to Bristol Kirsch, as Notre Dame has quite often in this second half.
Good
move
stuff there.
Avery Stevens. Another long ball. That one was well in front of Bishop, and she may have been offside regardless.
Just by a step there, but deeper they have to come, the harder it is to try to get to that front third once they get their shape kind of set.
For a lot of the log jams in the first half, it was unsuccessful attempts to go through a middle. Now they're getting closer, coming from the flanks.
Just a little too much there from DiMartino.
Backline continually answering the call as Auburn, one of the many schools sending players to this amazing back line. Avery Stevens started at Oklahoma, Jessica Askey at Auburn, Caroline Smith at Georgia, and there are many more on this team as well. Sam DeLuca, though, a forward, started her career at St. Louis. Like, the back line has really been anchored by these transfers.
And again, you can tell because they've played at a high level. You know, obviously, some of those schools, the SEC, Big 12, two really great conferences in women's soccer as well. So, again, they got experience playing against teams like Notre Dame, teams like Michigan State, Florida State, Texas. So, they've been around the block a little bit, and they look very, very comfortable in these games like this.
Chukwu, less than 10 minutes to go, has a step, gets denied, and Hull.
What a block there. Oh, they're going to call that a corner, actually. It looked like
it looked for a second like Hull had snatched it out of the air to prevent the corner.
Chukwu does really good stuff there, 1v1. Block from Smith. Oh, yeah, her foot was out, yeah.
Substitution.
Sharp call by the far side AR, Jason Cross. And Reese Canada back on to deliver this corner kick. Corner number 10. Kirsch keeps it alive.
Makes it interesting here.
Headed down at the top. Canada. Looking for the end line. Hangs on. Pivots back. Not the strongest clearance. And that will go to Samford.
Really good stuff there from Samford once again. And obviously, when Canada had that 1v1 there, Askey did a really, really good job of taking her away from the goal, being able to get any sort of cross to go through that 6-yard box.
Chukwu does keep it in, and will stay Notre Dame ball. Canada came in for Riley DiMartino, and at the same time, Langston Lilly also re-entered for Annie McBride. Kirsch to throw in with time running low.
That's going to be a foul there. Again, just a little too much of your stabbing right there. Just kind of jockey. Just put pressure on the ball there. Now you're giving yourself up again for another set piece deep, and you're defending third. But they have been organized on these dead ball situations, though, partner.
Syra delivers this one. Good ball to the top of the 6. Headed out. And it's a corner kick.
They're arguing right now to see that they didn't think that they touched it. It almost didn't look like anybody noticed. I don't know.
That looked like it went off of Hodgson.
Yeah. Parr was right there, but just did not look like she made.
No challenge comes. But nothing comes of it regardless.
And again, just defensively right there. Just defensively right there. Making everything is kind of coming away from that 6-yard box, 12-yard spot. So it's allowing them to be able to kind of get organized right there, take away any kind of position from goal. So we take a look at this again. Look how many numbers right there get in that box. It's going to be really, really hard. It's going to take a spectacular opportunity for you to put that ball in the back of the net. But again, those numbers just flock right into that 6-yard box.
At this point, do you start to go a little more all out?
You got to start being a little bit more direct, pressing your numbers forward. Sometimes you got to take those risks here in a situation. Other good stuff right there from Smith. Okay, just doing a really good job of just kind of standing up their dangerous players when they kind of get squared to you, taking them away from goal, forcing them to that touch line. That's where you get some support there with that second man in defense. You always use that imaginary line sometimes as a defender there. So it's almost like a 1v2 situation.
The opportunities have been there. The window is closing. 12th corner. Goes right through. Five and a half minutes to go. What a performance it has been for South Bend native Peyton Hull. Keeping this top of the nation Notre Dame offense off the board. Back line, plenty of help as well.
Joseph's been really, really good in these situations there, but probably this time you're going to start seeing a lot more balls getting dumped into the box. You're going to probably start seeing more white jerseys getting in those areas there, but again, not enough white jerseys in there to kind of capitalize in a situation.
To some extent, it's risk-taking time. Canada loses her step.
there's going to be a stoppage there in yellow.
That's Ryan Weber with the pull down and a kick away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's obvious as day. And then she didn't like that.
Straight into the box. Hodgson heads it up, collides with Hull, and Hull hangs on.
Gets off her line so quickly there, and it looks like actually Parr might have took a little bit of the rough end of that part. That was a really good ball in the box. Let's take a look at this again here. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, she just kind of went down right away there, but actually just kind of like ducked out of the way. She probably knew the goalkeeper was getting off her line, but
yeah. I mean, with the positioning here, it's possible she took a knee to the head.
Yeah.
But obviously, no point in speculating.
Well, you know, center backs, they're tough. You know, that's why you play right there too. He's telling him to get the ball. Yelton kind of yelling, get the ball up the pitch. They're trying to find a chance to win this game.
Tie would still be a milestone for Samford.
Oh, this is...
But Todd Yelton doesn't mind getting greedy. Bishop, 2-on-2. Miller, the cross.
Oh,
into space. Murphy tries to chase it, can't get there. Samford still has numbers. Smith in. Bishop. Hard contact with Mills as the ball peters to the corner. Samford cannot keep it.
He's trying to draw a foul right there on that side, and referee wasn't biting.
Less than 3.5 minutes to go. All the way back to the other end now. Notre Dame does have the throw-in.
And Caroline Smith did an absolutely really good job because Chuck Boo was really making, showing that speed over there on that far side. Just again, just kind of like not impeding her.
Joseph.
That's going to be another corner again.
Corner kick number 13 for Notre Dame. Reese Canada.
You usually don't see that get to the double digits usually in a match.
Reese Canada has taken most of them, and she will take this one. Back post. Hull hangs on.
It's been impressive tonight from her.
A mistake from Stevens on the carryout.
Yeah, you got to be careful here. Obviously now the pressure is going to be ramped up a little bit. You start to see those. Oh, and they call a foul there.
Against Notre Dame, back on the edge of the box, you see a Samford player down.
Yeah, you got to stop the clock there, yep.
Clock is stopped. 2:05 right now, likely will inch up a few seconds.
Yeah, Hodgson just kind of got into, well, she kind of lost her footing there just a little bit. I don't even really think she was trying to make an attempt to a tackle there, but just grazed her right at the last second. Being a former player myself, when you do that sometimes when you're coming down and they run right through you, that does not feel very good when you can't brace yourself at the same time. And shot of Coach Yelton right now trying to pull off a massive result for him early on in this season.
Nate Norman's squad hanging tough. But he may have gotten more than he bargained for tonight.
The biggest thing right now has just been, again, organization. You know, this is the defensively, you know, they're not sitting in. They're actually trying to get in behind them and, you know, run at them a little bit. This midfield is, again, I know he talked about that was a big question mark. I think he got the answer he wanted tonight from the work rate alone in the middle of the park between those three in there. And again, they've held their own against a really, really solid three in the middle for Notre Dame as well, too.
And Caroline Smith, the player down, that would be quite an impactful loss. Not only someone from the back line, but perhaps the best of your back line.
Yeah. Hopefully she gets up and walks off. Well, she's had a really good night. Yeah, it looks like she's got a little bit of a knock there. Well, you know, sometimes these kids don't wear shin guards like they used to anymore. They're like about this big, so it's like. She's had a really, really good evening tonight. Had to deal with a lot coming at them as well, too, but haven't backed down. That's the one thing they've shown tonight.
Walking off with some assistance as the yellow penny comes off.
I think the big thing when we talk to Coach Yelton, it's not about just them winning conference championship. I think it's just the culture and the relationships he's built with these players and the trust that they have. And, you know, it has really, really showed. Sometimes, you know, it's not, you know, just your play and game plan. Sometimes it's just your culture that helps you win games. It helps you get those draws against some top-end opponents as well, too. You believe in everything that you do. And they believed in everything they've done this evening.
Mary Ainsley-Alack comes in for Caroline Smith. The clock runs under 2 minutes to go.
Just drawing two defenders right there. So
Kirsch against the double.
Been very impressed with this young lady.
Stellar performance from the freshman tonight. Ball's in the air, headed down, right at Joseph. Hits Chukwu. Chukwu turns, in traffic, dispossessed. Less than 90 seconds remain.
Good turn there from Kirsch.
Gets away from Askey. Just misses Joseph.
I don't even think she was I don't think she knew the pass was coming to her. She was kind of running away from it there. They got to get that ball up the field quickly here.
One minute to go. Kirsch cuts through. Kirsch in the middle.
Oh, nice pass.
Finds Chukwu. To the end line. Kept alive.
Good stuff there from Hawson. So keep that one in.
Back for Canada. Into the middle of the pitch again. Milam, the freshman, lofts it in, headed down, out to Kirsch with 30 seconds to go. Kirsch unloads right at hole.
I would expect her to probably hold this for a couple seconds.
One last Hail Mary. 10 seconds. Bishop gets a step. Can't hang on. But the results, still something worth a smile.
Wow. What a result here for Samford coming into Alumni Stadium. And, man, huge result for Coach